takes action after complaints of rats running wild in an alley filled with garbage. We just showed you some of that video. There it is. Over the weekend, our cameras caught dozens of rats freely roaming, even fighting a little bit in the South Baltimore alley. But after our reporting, the area has now been cleaned up. I know, Kai, it is hard to just sit here and watch that. It's gross.
Yeah, and I feel for the people in those neighborhoods.
Oh, my gosh, tremendously. Well, we have team coverage of a city in crisis.
We begin with Shelley Orman live in Brooklyn, where things look a lot better today. Shelley?
Much improved. I can tell you we would not want to be standing here just about 24 hours ago from what it looked like over the weekend. Trash everywhere. But let's show you a little bit of what it looks like now after DPW crews came out bright and early this morning. They cleaned up this part of the alley here. And as we walked down, there was trash piled up all along this, neighbors say, and especially around the corner back here. They said they had called 311 and DPW repeatedly and nothing was done about it. And they do say, like we saw in that video, what we saw, rats were everywhere and it was piled up with trash. Everything back here. Now you can see it has all been cleaned up. For comparison, we do want to show you some of that video again of what it looked like when our camera crews came out here Saturday and Sunday. You can see mattresses, trash, and those rats running through all of it. The fed up neighbors called us this weekend after their calls were ignored. We called DPW and they did promise to investigate and they did make good on that promise this morning.
2 dump trucks, people, I mean, men and women, not only taking that forklift up to the trucks with stuff, but sweeping the alleys. It looks so nice out there. It feels so good because it's just, it's unhealthy for one thing, but somebody's going to get bit by one of them because you saw how active they were Saturday.
And that lady, Barb, she said she didn't feel safe going in her own backyard, especially at night, because she was afraid that she was going to get bit by one of those rats. She says a lot of this is from illegal dumping. They are concerned about what's to stop it from happening again. At least one neighbor telling us that he is planning to install a camera as soon as he can. That is the latest here in Brooklyn. Shelley Orman, Fox 45 News.
All right, Shelley, thank you. Now, part of the illegal dumping problem in the city is so-called ghost haulers. That's when private people are paid to haul trash and instead just illegally dump in another spot. Councilman Edward Reisinger, who represents District 10, says the problem has gotten so bad, he's pushing for more surveillance cameras. It's an effort to catch ghost haulers in the act.
Put those cameras at those locations where DPW's got to keep coming out there 2, 3, 4 times.
Well, today marks week 4 of suspended recycling service in Baltimore. Council President Brandon Scott and volunteers are spending part of their weekends dropping off recyclables for people who can't do it themselves.
Of course, I am frustrated with the service that we're getting in the city of Baltimore. This is why I directed the city council to have a hearing. This is why I sent a letter to the acting director.
The city in crisis as DPW continues to struggle with picking up trash as it piles up in all sections of the city. And now in one South Baltimore alley, it's even led to an infestation of rats. Fox 45's Dan Lamparello is working to get answers on when things may be cleaned up.
One after another after another.
You just watch that section of dirt down there. You'll see rats. And they're almost as big as the cats.
Our cameras catching those rats, dozens of them, freely roaming and even fighting in this South Baltimore alley.
When I sit out here with a pellet gun and have to kill rats, what's that tell you?
Stephen Horvath says he's had enough. This alley behind his home has been overrun by the rodents as trash from illegal dumpers continues to pile up.
I mean, it's just a bunch of BS that's going on. Why the hell am I paying taxes? That's what I want to know.
Horvath says he and his neighbors have called 311 and DPW to get the bags of trash and even these mattresses removed, but no luck.
The first time it was due to the virus. We can't do anything about it. Then it was, well, we'll expedite the matter. And today when I called, they said, we'll expedite the matter. And I said, well, that's like the second or third time you've told me, and that's when I called you guys.
So we tried to get him some answers. Tonight, DPW telling Fox 45 News in a statement, we will investigate this issue and will work with code enforcement to address. But the wait for cleanup even has city leaders upset. City Council President Brandon Scott addressing the DPW issues while helping to clean up another dump site this morning.
Of course, I am frustrated with the service that we're getting in the city of Baltimore. This is why I directed the city council to have a hearing. This is why I sent a letter to the acting director.
And while city leaders say they're trying to hold DPW accountable, views like this remain all too common.
We deserve a good quality of life. I mean, that's just reality of it, you know?
Now, our newsroom has been flooded with your pictures and videos of dirty alleyways and trash piling up across the city. If you're having an issue in your neighborhood, we want to hear about it. Just head to our news app. You can click the Chime In button there. It will load up and you can upload all of your pictures and video right to us.
Well, it is another layer added to the city's mounting trash troubles. Outside of DPW, people you pay to haul your trash, but it doesn't make it to the landfill. Fox 45's team coverage continues as we take a look at the practice of ghost hauling and why one lawmaker says nothing is being done about it.
Even in neighborhoods where it's in writing.
Happens all the time. I don't know who's telling the world that, oh, this is a dump site.
Munir Bahar says it's cost him thousands of dollars, and he's Baltimore developer in the alleys behind his properties.
People come and dump their trash in it, and we still have to pay for it.
Time after time, they clean it up.
It comes right back.
Not all neighborhood trash.
We had beds here, we had couches. People literally scour the city at night.
So-called ghost haulers, private people paid to haul trash who instead just dump it.
Well, they come and clean your basement or your backyard, and instead of taking it to the quarantine landfill, they just find an alley or a street.
Often areas, alleys, DPW is cleared over and over again. It's a problem City Councilman Ed Reisinger has been pressing to fix, calling for cameras.
Put those cameras at those locations where DPW's got to keep coming out there 2, 3, 4 times.
The surveillance, Reisinger says, is property of the Department of Housing. Fox 45 asked them why cameras haven't been installed in troubled alleys. We got no response. Reisinger says he was told it's about cost.
It's costing more to have crews go out there, you follow me, to keep cleaning this same spot, the same area.
Now Bahar says he's paying for it.
It's filthy. This ain't a city problem, this is a people problem. Who does this?